Hello, it's almost 10 o'clock, December 10th, 2021. This doesn't look like a map from December 10th, 2021, but it is. Huge severe outbreak. Huge. I mean, they have moderate risk. I mean, I've never seen such high risk severe weather in December of all times. So you can see here, this is the area right here that is just going nuts here. Lots of tornado watches, tornado warnings. We're going to look at the radar in a moment in this area. And you can see this is your convective outlook for today. Absolutely insane. And tomorrow, New Jersey isn't a marginal risk because it'll be a little warmer there, where it'll be a little more of a rain influence here on Long Island. However, it doesn't mean we're out of the woods. You can see there's even a slight. I mean, this is crazy. So let's go ahead and look at the radar right now, and you see all these storms just going off right here. And a lot of these severe thunderstorms. There are various tornado warnings with these and flash flood warnings. I'm going to go look here, look at some of these warnings here because it looks like we have quite a few here. Let's see. Yep, tornado warnings. Look at all this. A tornado outbreak in December. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And there's also lots of lightning as well with these storms as well. Probably, I'm guessing we're going to go to the lightning right now. Take a look at these. I'm sure there is. Severe storms like that will have a lot of lightning. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, this is insane. So northwest of Memphis right now is a really bad line of thunderstorms right now. Really, you'd think this would be more like September or October, early October weather, seeing this. But it is December. A tornado at Christmas time. Unbelievable. This is, what more proof do you need of climate change? What more proof do you need of climate change? Let's go look at power outage U.S. because I'm sure these storms are causing a lot of power outages. They are causing some power outages. Yep. But let me go back to that lightning map again. I got to look at that again. That is crazy to see this much lightning. Just nuts. And this is what's going to be moving toward our area for tomorrow night. Isn't that lovely? So let's look at the satellite image. First, we'll start with this satellite image. We had a little break in the afternoon. It was a mild day, but not as mild as it's going to be tomorrow. We could be breaking, I think we will be breaking all the records for tomorrow. And you can see clouds, and there's some light precipitation, but again, the heavier stuff is along that cold front. And let me go to the CONUS satellite view so you can take a look at that. You get an idea of this crazy storm system. There it is right there. Absolutely crazy. You see all the tropical air. You clearly see the warm front and the cold front and the low here. Let me clear that out. This is the low right here, your low pressure center right here. And this is your warm sector. All this warm tropical air coming up off the Gulf of Mexico. All right. You got your warm front over here. And you got your cold front over here. That's what's touching off the thunderstorms. Though the air behind this isn't that cool, but it's a lot drier, and much, at least compared to this tropical air. And then over here, on this side, you got all the snow. So on this side, you got all the snow. So again, if we look at that radar, we'll clear this here. We'll go look at the radar again, and we'll show you. It's just, that storm is just crazy. So here you go. They're getting a lot of snow up in Wisconsin. Look at all the heavy rain. There's some real heavy rain falling right now. Some of these areas over here in Milwaukee, and this is insane. On top of everything else, we've got to deal with the climate crisis, but unfortunately in New York, that's not a priority for the government to really address. You can also see some showers off over New Jersey. Here's some of those showers with the warm front that we may be dealing with tomorrow morning. So let's go look at our current conditions again and look at this. Just look at this map here. Let's go put the observations on here. Show you how warm this air is here. So you can see temperatures in the 70s all the way up this far. And look at these. I'm going to put the dew points on the screen too. Show you dew points well into the 60s. Even a few 70-degree dew points. Absolutely insane. And you can see some of these wind gusts too up into the 20s. All right. So looking at what we got right now across our area, relatively peaceful tonight. Enjoy it, because tomorrow night will definitely not be this peaceful. Temperatures in the upper 30s, 39 at Islip, 30 at West Hampton with some radiational cooling. Central Park, holding in the heat in the city, 46. Let's see, we got some radiational cooling in Jersey. We do not. A little warmer there with 40s. Let's go look at our highs and lows for the day. So we'll first start off with the lows. And West Hampton got down to 30. So generally 30 to 35 for the lows. Near 40 in the city. In New Jersey, a little colder there actually for their lows. Looks like they got a little more radiational cooling than we did. 25 in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. Let's go to the high temperature now. And we'll start in Jersey. Well, eventually, at the rate things are going, this is going to be where my weather updates are centered on. So highs were 53, 52. I mean, look, I don't want it to happen, but it just seems like inevitable that that's where I'm going to wind up living. So we got eventually. I don't know how it's going to take a little while, but anyway, Long Island actually a little warmer than New Jersey. 54 at Islip, oddly enough. But tomorrow, New Jersey will be a lot warmer. All right, so looking at the map here, we have some weather. We have a wind advisory in effect off to the west. I imagine this is going to be extended into our area for these winds tomorrow. And again, you have that severe weather risk. Wind advisory also in effect for New Jersey. So eventually that's going to work its way in our area as well, when they're going to probably extend that wind advisory to Long Island, Connecticut, because we're all going to be dealing with these very strong winds with this cold front. So let's go looking at the models, and we'll first start off with the Conus view. Just again show you what's happening. You have this very strong low. It's going well up into the Great Lakes, pulling up a lot of warm, humid air. You got an Atlantic ridge, so that warm air is just getting pumped up the East Coast. And this is, again, very warm, very humid air. It's coming up, and unseasonably so. That low is going to go. Look at how far north it's tracking. And then you have that high. At least it's going to bring us some nice weather for Sunday, possibly into Monday too, maybe even Tuesday and Wednesday as well. And then things are going to start warming up once again, as you can see there looking at that. But we got to get through this storm first. So let's go to the HRRR, and I'm going to go to the 0Z HRRR model right now. And you will see here that we have some scattered showers around the night, but nothing really major. Maybe a little bit of rain moving to the north of us. It looks like a little bit of... It's trying to develop something over here. I don't even know what this is about. This is late morning. The models keep trying to do this. And there could be it's almost like a little prefrontal thing or something. I don't know what that is. Developing a couple of cells for the late morning hours into noon. And then we get a break. You can see how close those isobars are. Here comes that strong cold front. And like I said, a good possibility. I think there's a good possibility of severe weather. This is going to be later on in the evening. So probably after 7, 8 o'clock is when this is going to get into Long Island. And you can clearly see that V in the isobars. And when you see a V like that, you know that means severe weather is possible. Very strong, sharp front. It moves through. And then the drier and somewhat cooler air moves in for Sunday. But this is very impressive. This is a pretty substantial line right here that is moving through Long Island. It looks like, and in New Jersey too, it looks like it holds together despite the marine influence. So I wouldn't be surprised if it does hold together. We've seen this a million times before, but you remember, we can't count on that marine influence like we used to anymore on Long Island, because the water temperatures are not as cold as they used to be. They're definitely warmer and well above average. So let's go and look at, first we'll start and look at our temperatures to show you the temperature profile as we head into tomorrow. And you'll see once those morning showers come, we're going to shoot probably into this only keeps Long Island in the 50s. But I'm beginning to think, I think Long Island might see temperatures closer to 60 degrees. The city, you're going to be up probably 65 to 70. Jersey for sure near 70 degrees. And then here comes your front. You can see it's almost like the temperatures. See, after that little batch of I'm wondering if that's going to shift the winds to the west a little more, because that'll help. If that happens, then Long Island will definitely get above 60, perhaps into the mid 60s. But you can see it warms up right ahead of that cold front, so temperatures are going to be very warm tomorrow evening, right up until I would say 10 o'clock, and then the colder air moves in. Temperatures start dropping, 40s, 50s. 50s to start, 40s, 30, and then 30s by morning, which will feel a lot better. And then for your Sunday, highs generally and close to average in the mid 40s. So, but the other issue with this air mass is it's not only very warm, it's very humid, and that's the unusual thing about it. That we're dealing with a lot of humidity. Look at this high humidity, juiced up tropical air is coming literally right out of the Gulf of Mexico. It looks like the wind barb stays southwesterly, so it looks like it would generally keep Long Island from avoiding the warmth, but there's such a strong flow that warmth may just shoot up in our area anyway. The temperatures, I think, are just going to keep rising and rising until this front passes. So, you might start off, say, 55 degrees around 2 o'clock, but by 7 or 8 o'clock, you may be up near or over 60 on Long Island. Jersey, you're going to be close to 70. All right. And then you can see that sharp difference there in the air masses. You're going to go from dew points near 60 to dew points in the 40s and then 30s relatively quickly. And that difference is what's going to drive this severe weather. And here we go. Here's Sunday. And you'll see Sunday here with a breezy northwest winds, but much drier air to deal with. Unbelievable turn of events here with this weather. Let's now go and look at some of the other models as far as go to the GFS next, and use this for our temperatures here to show you. Let's see what the GFS has tomorrow. You can see it has even more warmth, and this I tend to agree with. Like I said, I think Jersey, you're going to be hitting 70 degrees tomorrow, and New York City, you're going to probably get close. Long Island, maybe the sea breeze will save Long Island. I mean, maybe not. Here we are. Look at this. So this is around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And you'll see, look at that. 70s all the way into New Jersey. Long Island gets saved from the 70s. Maybe or maybe not. We may not get saved from the 70s. This is such a warm air mass. So we may even see it. Who knows? Tomorrow is going to be a record breaker. I think most of the sites are going to break their records. And then look at that. By after midnight, temperatures start getting better, dropping, and relatively quick. And then here we are on Sunday with mid-40s. And then as far as your the following week, you can see we go back to up above 50, 40s. So we're a little bit above normal, but not torching above normal. Another front comes through, but you can clearly see that there's not really any cold air coming. And it just shows a lot of warm air. And here's another day where we could have another warm day. And then it looks like finally, and this is the GFS doing it again, giving us hope around Christmas that we might get a cold blast of air. We'll have to see if that absolutely materializes or not, because we saw what the GFS did once before with this. It may not. It may take it away. All right. So I want to look at a couple of the models with this precipitation issue. So we're going to go to the NAM next, the NAM 3, to see what the NAM 3 does. And you can see here's those showers again that we're going to deal with in the morning hours. And they kind of die off toward noon into the afternoon. I think this is just ground clutter here. But this is the actual cold front. And you can see this cold front, 8, 9, look at this thing. It's going to hold together right across Long Island, I think. I don't think this thing breaks up. I really don't. I really don't think it's going to break up at all. And that line is going to rake right on through and cause some issues, pop some power outages and stuff like that. Once we're done with this for Sunday, we should clear it out. So let me just, obviously tomorrow, plenty of clouds. But there may be some little breaks and openings for the sun to come out, and that'll make it feel. So here's Sunday, starting off with clouds, maybe hanging on over the east end a little bit. But I think by late morning, they are gone. They are out of here. And we have a nice clear day on our hands for your Sunday. And we look at the RGM, similar idea, maybe a little bit hanging on over east end of Long Island, but for everybody, it looks like a nice, clear day. And then for Monday we're going to be starting off with some high clouds, but then I think they move away, and then we have another nice sunny day, which we all, I especially need, because I'm, well. Anyway, let's go to the event to sky here, and look at this next. This is the next model we can look at. So let me move this over to tomorrow, and you can see again. This has a tendency to read a little warmer than Tropical Tidbits. It's also so this is using the HRRR model, and you can see the warmth over Jersey Area 1. But look what I mean about the temperatures that just keep rising throughout the day. Here we are, 3, 5. They just keep rising. 7 o'clock. You see they're rising over Long Island. You see that? New Jersey. Here's 9 o'clock. Here comes the front. You can see it right here. 11 o'clock. Finally moving off the east end of Long Island. But this, I want to look at some things like Cape. So let's go to the Cape meter here. Obviously, this isn't showing much. But that doesn't mean anything. At this time of the year, you really can't go by that. What we can go by maybe a little better is lifted index. And you definitely see some impressive numbers here with the lifted index. But I think this is really, this is going to be significant for a good chance of some severe weather. Now, let me go to look at the wind gusts here. First, let's look at the wind speed to show you the wind speed. The general wind speed, all right, look at that. We're going to be dealing with pretty strong south winds here. And, of course, that'll be a tendency to keep Long Island cooler versus New Jersey. But let's go a little bit above ground here, all right? Let's go to 850, all right? Because if we go to 850, which is 1,500 meters, look at how strong these winds are, all right? 75 miles an hour. That's insane. So these are some very strong winds. A very strong low-level jet. And it's these kind of winds with the line of thunderstorms moving through and the shear from the front that could cause some possible spin-ups. We may see some tornadoes tomorrow night with this front coming through. So again, this is 850 HPA, and you can see how strong these winds are with this front. It's absolutely insane. Now, of course, this is at 850 HPA. We can look at 500 meters, all right? This is 500 meters, all right? Look at how strong some of these winds are. Absolutely insane. So, you know, any thunderstorm develops could bring these winds down to the surface, either with a tornado or straight line wind damage. So I really think we're going to see widespread severe weather tomorrow night, very similar to what we had earlier back in November, I believe, with the tornadoes, which was it November? That day with the tornadoes? I don't remember. I think it was November. We had that. I don't remember the day because my memory is shot. All right, but let's go back to 10 meters above ground here. And again, I do apologize if I can't remember the date, but it's definitely going to be, the point is we are at risk for some severe weather tomorrow. So here we are looking at the surface. And again, that marine air might keep Long Island safe from getting into those strong wind gusts, but I think when that line comes through, everybody's going to be dealing with these wind gusts. Here you go. Here's the line. You can see some of these wind gusts being, predicted by the HRRR here on the, and look at this. You can see there are some strong wind gusts there with some of these cells are going to really bring down some very strong winds. Here you go. This shows it perfectly right here. 60 to 70 mile an hour gusts. I think we're going to see widespread severe weather tomorrow night. It's going to be a very interesting night for sure. And we're going to see some issues tomorrow, I think. Hopefully they don't happen. We can hope they don't materialize, but with all indications are right now that we are, I fully expect our area to be on a severe thunderstorm watch tomorrow, and possibly a tornado watch as well from, say, I would say anywhere from after 5 o'clock to like a 10 to 11 o'clock at night. So just be prepared for that. Could be some power outages, trees down, stuff like that. This is going to be a historic day tomorrow. So get ready. It's just going to be another wild ride into the climate change. But don't ask Governor Hochul because she doesn't care. She's freaking out over something that she shouldn't be freaking out over. When the real... maybe a tornado will come and just pick up that wicked witch and take her out of New York. That would be nice. That's going to be it for this weather update. Take care and thanks for watching.